first we have the ever-popular and new addition to the Overwatch roster, Brigitte Lindholm.
Let's be honest, that's Brigitte. They just wanted a more foreign sound to it, so hey, ignore English and put another spin on that pronunciation and you have a winning name.
Youngest daughter to the already present character in Overwatch, Torbjorn. Brigitte was the first of Torbjorn's daughters to show some interest in mechanics and engineering, which I assume made Daddy Dearest a happy camper. She would spend much of her time perfecting her craft, and although she had an aptitude just like her dad, she leaned more towards armor and defense, unlike Daddykins, who was renowned for his weapons. It was assumed that Brigitte would follow in her father's footsteps. However, her focus changed due to some influence from Daddy's dear friend, Reinhardt. Brigitte wanted to join Reinhardt on his adventure as his squire, and Reinhardt agreed. Tasked with the upkeep of Reinhardt's armor, and ultimately taking care of Reinhardt, who isn't as young and chipper as he once was. So little Miss Squire thought it'd be best if she became a warrior herself, being trained by Reinhardt for combat, as well as building her own suit of armor. So, in summation, here we have Brigitte, knight, squire, engineer, and healer.
And here we have the war machine herself, the armored up woman and the war enthusiastic Ashe. Yeah, that's it. No fancy name. Ha! I get it now! Ashe, war machine, reducing the battlefield and foe to ash. Ha! Making a name for herself as a machine bred for battle, with such things as tactics and, well, overkill. A fervent soldier for the malevolent magistrate, she volunteers to join the front line of battle, further showing how much of a warmonger she really is. War machine, the title given to her by her allies and foes alike. Simply because every time the fires of war would dissipate, Ashe was often the only one left standing. As the war started to gain traction, the resistance began their uprising to oppose the magistrate, and Ashe led the charge at Crosswind Hold. And so she pushed forward to war with fury and determination. Doesn't have much of a rich story, but hey, here we are, man.
Okay, let's pit one up against the other. Realistically, what would happen? Let's take a look, squires. Huh, that was quick.
Nobody lose their minds just yet, man. That was entertaining and brief, and all for the sake of comedy, dude. So calm down, Overwatch fans.
Thank you,
Thanks, Todd.
There has been some talk by Paladins and Overwatch fans, comparing Brigitte to Ashe. Some even saying Overwatch's new character is a copy of Ashe. Well, shall we see how true that statement is? Ashe is a frontline or a tank.
Brigitte is a support. Very clever there, Blizzard. Has abilities one could expect from a tank, even a shield, but nay, she's a healer. Well done. So, that's a nope.
Ashe has a shield.
Brigitte has a shield. So, check.
Ashe uses a ranged weapon, a cannon.
Brigitte uses a melee weapon, a flail. A rocket flail, but still, a melee weapon. So, nope.
Ashe wears heavy experimental armor.
Brigitte wears heavy self-made armor. That's close. Brigitte is the daughter of Torbjorn, an engineer.
Well, there is Barik in Paladins, also an engineer. Wouldn't it be interesting as all hell if Ashe is the daughter of Barik? Now that would be a carbon copy of that lore. But no, Ashe has no family that we know of or ties to Barik of any kind. So, nope. Ashe has a shoulder bash ability.
Brigitte has shield bash. Effectively the same thing, but only after her shield is deployed. So, we'll give that one a check.
Ashe has kinetic burst, charging her cannon and firing a shot knocking back foes.
Brigitte has whip shot, throwing her flail knocking back enemies. Close. We'll give that one a check.
Ashe's ultimate, assert dominance, leaps forward and deals damage on impact, becomes immune to damage for 8 seconds.
Brigitte's ultimate, rally. Brigitte moves faster and gives nearby teammates armor until armor is removed through damage. So, nope. To sum it up, man, It's 4 knives, 3 checks, and 1 close.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Todd. Don't mention it, man.
Enough of these comparisons between Paladins and Overwatch characters. One game might draw inspiration from the other, but hey, each game is feeding off the other game's successes if there are any similarities. Some might argue that Shaolin was a copy of Hanzo, or that Sombra was a copy of Sky. We can continue to compare them, stating one is copying the other. The developers don't seem to be getting up in arms about such trivial things. If anything, it's a smart move for one developer to assess the success of a certain kind of character and implement something of the sort in future. If, and only if, there is a clear case of full-on copy and pasting of a character that is so obvious it's laughable. And is considered outright stealing? Okay, sure, maybe that would understandably garner some hateful attitude, but until then, I don't see enough similarities between Ash and Brigitte to state one is a copy of the other. Is that fair? And Ash would just blast Brigitte to hell. See you, squires.